Hello, welcome to my channel, Isle of Avalon. Today I will be doing a collective reading, and just know now my readings are timeless, so if you are finding them, or if you're finding this one or any of them, it's definitely meant for you at the time that you have. So if you are new or returning, welcome. Very thankful to have you. And I invite you to ground, center yourself, and get prepared to hear what Spirit has to say. And if you would like to book any personal with me or an herbalist consultation, I am available to do so through my website, which will be linked in the description box. So let's begin. I guess we're going to be doing an herb reading so far, and we're going to maybe draw some spirit animals. We're just going to see what comes through here. Stepping back, letting Spirit speak through me. Okay. All right, nope, it's an animal. Okay, we're going to draw an animal first. Okay. What is the spirit animal that would like to step forward for the collective today? What spirit animal has a message for those who are watching this video at the time they are seeing it? Wow, I've never had that happen before. All right, I'm gonna honor it. Oh, okay. Wow, it's really lining up. Amazing, amazing. Okay. We have a lot of water here, lots of water energy. So you may be definitely maybe planning, gestating some new ideas. And you're definitely keeping to yourself. I don't know if you've watched some of my other videos, but I did one of the readings I did recently was talking about keeping your plans to yourself right now. And it seems that whoever has watched that or whoever has found this, you are already doing so. So congratulations. It's very, very helpful, especially if you are trying to manifest big things or anything. It's best to keep your plans to yourself so that you can really manifest to the best of your ability. Because when you tell other people your plans, when you let people in to things that you're gestating, right? Because we've got this cosmic egg here. You see how the snake, it's not letting other snakes come in and help it to incubate its egg, right? You're not letting other people, not saying people are snakes or anything like that, but you're not letting other people come in and gestate your eggs, right? You laid the egg, which is your manifestation, right? You laid the egg and you are taking care of it. You're gestating it. You're taking the time to make sure that you are surrounding your entire being, your entire self, everything that you're thinking of, and you're making sure that you are the one taking the time to gestate it so that it does blossom, bloom, and do exactly what you want to have so that you can be the one swimming in it, right? I'm definitely speaking to people who you've started to realize the more that you keep things to yourself and stick to your plans, even if they take a little while, right? Because good things come to those who wait. I know you've heard the saying, and it's definitely true. If things come too easy, it's a little too good to be true, right? I'm definitely speaking to people who are you definitely hard workers and you appreciate tedious tasks like myself. And maybe you haven't in the past, but you're starting to realize the more you take your time with things, the more you sit with things, plan carefully, strategize, all that good stuff, the better things go for you. And it's definitely true. You have to take your time. You have to take your time with things, because when you rush, it leaves a lot of room for mistakes, leaves a lot of room for undesirable outcomes. And I don't really see anything as good or bad, right? It's all a lesson. It's all a lesson, and it's all for your growth, because that's what we're here to do here on Earth. That's why we have decided to incarnate here, is to grow and evolve. So I definitely see here that you realize that the best way to keep putting, your next foot forward here is to keep things to yourself. Allow things time to gestate before you go and sharing them. Before you allow, you got to think of your ideas, right? Like your kids, like your like eggs that have just hatched. When you start doing a new thing, you don't just want to let your children, especially if they're young, right? You don't want to just let your ideas and all this stuff. You don't want to leave it open to the entire world. You don't want to push a bird out of the tree before it's ready to fly, right? The mother knows when that bird is ready to fly. And sometimes things don't take off, and they might not be meant to, right? But you have taken the time, the trial and error, to realize it's okay if things don't work out, because that helps you to find what does. So don't get discouraged, right? If you've had a couple of ideas that have not quite taken off, it's meant for you to keep trying. You're not supposed to just try one time and give up, right? That's a lesson. It's a lesson, and all of it is. Yeah, there's a lot of water energy here, and you're definitely trying to grow something. You're trying to bring some magic into your life, and I definitely see here that it is. There may have been a period where you felt kind of like down in this like a dark area, and it's things have been kind of like unclear to you, right? I'm seeing a lot of clarity now. You've definitely learned the lessons that you need to learn, right? And you've definitely done the work. You've definitely done the work, and if you aren't where you want to be, which a lot of sometimes we are, right? And that's just part of the journey. But I do definitely see here that you have the clarity now. You have the clarity now to be able to gestate something colorful, magical, amazing in your life, and you can allow it to grow and to grow and bloom outward into your world, right? And this is what I've drawn for your future card, right? And right now you are gestating those ideas. You're gestating those ideas. You're protecting them. And you're protecting them like they are your children, like it's something you're creating in your life. It could be trying to get a new job. It could be trying to start a new project, start a business. It could be starting a family. It could be maybe getting yourself out there, facing your fears. Maybe it could be spiritual development. But whatever it is, there is a lot of magic in the air, and that's what the dragonfly represents here. And in this deck, these circle cards, you see the circle at the top here. These are the magic cards. Well, magic spirit. It's the same difference to me, but it's a really good thing. It's really great, and with you taking the time to gestate that and taking the time to work on yourself and your inner world and all that stuff, you have brought clarity to yourself, your life, and the more clearer you're seeing things, the better you are able to make constructive decisions for your life. And when you do that, right? You start to come to the surface. You start to come to the light, and you start to see, you are capable of starting. You are capable of bringing some structure to all of these ideas. You're able to take shape, take flight with them, right? And you're definitely seeing that you're capable of doing that. And one of the best things, of course, you can do, especially on a path of spiritual development, you don't want to share everything with everybody. It's okay to tell stories, right? It's okay to tell stories, especially if you know that you can help somebody with your story, because that's kind of the point of sharing stories. It's to help guide others who are going through similar things and similar experience. What you don't want to do is overshare to the point where you give your power away. And if you are struggling with maintaining your personal power and stuff like that, I do have a reading on that. And I do give a little bit of advice towards the end, talking about how to maintain that for yourself. And it could definitely be useful to watch that. If that's something that you need help with. Okay, so now you're looking to your future, right? You're really looking towards your future, and you're making plans. You're keeping things to yourself, and that's great. You're definitely on the right track, and you know you are. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. Okay, grounding, yeah. And with this taking root, right? You're realizing that you can ground your ideas. You can ground all those ideas. You can start to make a good foundation to yourself for yourself, and then things can start to grow into something beautiful. I was just actually this idea popped into my head too, regarding spiritual development, and I notice a lot. It's very common. People tend to miss grounding. They want to get up and get up and get up and get up, and one of the most important things you can do is make sure that you're grounding. Make sure that you're not getting up too fast. And when you do feel like you've gotten up too fast, it's very important for you to recognize the signs of that, and take the time to really sit with yourself, and make sure you come back to reality. Okay, do not allow yourself to lose your sense of reality. Being ungrounded, a lot of people, they love to do the third eye thing, and they love to do all this meditation and trying to open their third eye as fast as possible. And sometimes you can do it too fast, and sometimes that can not be very beneficial. And you have to understand that you have to give things time to gestate and grow. And you know that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already need to know. But make sure you are being gentle and honest with yourself. So that you stay on the course that you want to stay in your life. But you already know that. You're already doing it. It sticks out to me about this card on the entire deck. The back of the cards have this tree, right? And the entire deck is full of just magic and advice. It's called the Earth Magic Oracle deck. And it's interesting that this card was drawn for all of it, because we are talking about spiritual development and gestating your ideas and being powerful manifestors. You realize that in grounding yourself and letting your ideas in your path, time to gestate, and trusting divine timing, and keeping to yourself about a lot of things that you're trying to cultivate in your life, whether they be worldly things or spiritual things. You're beginning to understand that you are the one who encompasses everything. You're the one who encompasses everything, all the magic that you want to bring into your life. It's all within you, right? Because you are this tree. And you always have that structure. That's why, this is here. You see how the serpent, it's eating its tail, and a lot of people like to attribute that to whatever they like to attribute it to. But the truth of it is that you're it's a symbol of endlessness, endlessness, and you realize that everything is just constantly running in a circle, right? And it never ends. It cycles and levels, and nothing ever ends. And you know that, like just like the tree. What does the tree do? The tree grows, right? Its roots grow, it blossoms, and then, it runs its cycle, it decays, it dies, and then it goes back into the earth, and then it grows again. And it just does that over and over and over and over and over. And the tree is never the same again, right? And that's part of growing and evolving. When you do grow and then you let the transformation happen, which is the death and the life cycles of the tree, right? You let that transformation happen, and then you grow again, and then it happens again, and then you grow again, and that's just how things work, and you understand that, and it's okay to surrender to that. It's okay to do that and not be afraid. And it's very important that you look at things like a child, with innocence, with playfulness, right? It's best to not be too serious all the time. You don't have to always constantly be on the go. You don't always have to be trying and trying and striving to get somewhere, because you're going to get there. You're going to get exactly where you need to be, no matter what. That's not to say just sit there and do nothing. If you feel called to take action in your life, of course do so. But do so carefully. Do so carefully. Take your time and be patient with yourself. Okay. And yeah, make sure that you're looking at things like through the eyes of a child, because to spirit ancestors, when we come here, we are like children, and we can learn a lot from them. A lot of people like to think they learn a lot from us, which it's true they do, but we learn a lot from them. And one of the main things is just relaxing and going with the flow, being playful, just being in the moment, right? A lot of people like to keep looking to the future and looking to the past and all this stuff. Sometimes the best thing that you can do is just be in the moment and enjoy it. Take some time to enjoy the little things, because that's how you ground, right? That's how you ground. Especially, if you have moments where, you get overwhelmed or triggered by anything. Best thing you can do is be in the moment. Do something playful. Go outside. Do something you used to do when you were a kid. Play a game. Go for a walk. Enjoy the little things. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the clouds. Enjoy your stream of running water. Enjoy walking barefoot through the grass. Anything, especially things that you used to enjoy when you were a child, because when you connect to that inner child, it helps you to heal. It helps you to access that ancient healing wisdom that we all have within us, so that you can grow, and also find your center, find love, find all the amazing things that it is that you want to find. And yes, it's very important that you have compassion with yourself, and love yourself, right? A lot of people like to say, how can you love yourself, or how can you love others, and how can others love you if you don't love yourself? And we all, to a degree, love ourselves, right? But sometimes we could use a little more. Because when you have a very deep comfort within yourself, and you're compassionate with yourself, and you understand yourself, the more that you understand yourself, and who you are, what you want, and the more compassion you have towards yourself, the more compassion, the more compassion, and the more open you open yourself and your heart to bring forward people and things and experiences that are going to love you, that are going to pour into you. And just understand that if it hasn't happened yet, it will. It just, things take time. Good things take time. Things that last long, things that are healthy and beneficial, they take time to grow. Think of how long does a tree take to grow? It takes a very long time, sometimes years, sometimes more than a human lifetime it takes to grow. So, but look how long they stand, they're endless. Trees can live, wow, so long. And And you are too. So be like the tree. The tree surrenders. The tree is in the moment. The tree is enjoying the little things. The tree is innocent. The tree accepts the cycles. It accepts the cycles. It's wise. It's seen. It just sees, and it has clarity. The tree has clarity, and you're getting there. You're working on yourself. You're gestating those ideas. You're working on your development. And since wow, I've really done something here to my cards. So since you, I do see a lot of you looking towards the future. So I'm going to end with this advice from the dragonfly to help you to bring things back into balance. If you're feeling a little out of that. Yes, mastering of the mind. And again, bringing your ideas to light. Awakening a sense of wonder in yourself and all things around you. You understand it. You're always moving, shifting, changing. And it's worth considering the quality of your mind and your perception. It's very interesting because that goes along with everything that I just said. Are you being restless, or are you being still and surrendering? Are you in a dreamlike state where you're daydreaming a lot? I know as a Pisces, we, like me, because I'm a Pisces, we daydream. We gotta whew. We can get lost in our daydreams. We can get lost in our thoughts and our visions, and it can become a little hectic for us. It's very, so as a Pisces, especially, it's very important for us to ground, but it's very important for all of us to ground, regardless of our signs. So are your perceptions, your ideas, your mind, are they dreamlike, or do you have clarity? You have clarity. If you don't, you're working on it. The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. So it reminds us, you, the collective, to make sure you're calming your mind so that you can have the light, the clarity, and the wisdom to really see the truth of things, to break past those barriers of illusion and deception, and break through what you initially see or think or feel, because sometimes it's not really what it is. That's why it's best to let things gestate. Let things take time to blossom. And the best thing that you can do to get clarity of your mind is to focus on your breath. Make sure that you're meditating. Take the time to really consider how you're breathing and how your body reacts to that. Take time to sit and do the breath work. I just did a reading where we did a breath work exercise, and it's in the title. So if you haven't, go and watch that. Definitely take the advice that's in there, because I just talked about this. And it's very important. It's very important. Because I'm definitely speaking to a group of people who definitely need some help with gaining clarity in their life so that they can make good decisions. So they can move forward, so they can stop daydreaming and actually actualize what it is they want. And to do that, you have to be in focus. You have to have clarity of your mind. Your thoughts can't be all over the place and racing. You can't always be looking at the future if you're trying to change your present, okay? It's very important to use discernment and to know how to bring yourself there and bring yourself back at will. Breath work can help with that. Watch my other video. It's in the title. Look up other videos. Take some time to learn how to do breath work, what kinds of techniques that you can use, and find what works for you, because something will. yeah, so that's the message. That's the advice that I have for you today. So if you like the way that I read, if you like my channel, definitely like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and of course you can visit my link to my website in my bio and book a personal with me. So again, thank you if you've reached the end of this video, and blessed be.